The next stop is
Franklin Avenue, Medgar Evers College.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Franklin Avenue, Medgar Evers College.
Avenue Shuttle. And let the customers off the train first.
This is a Manhattan-bound 4 express train.
The next stop is
Atlantic Avenue, Barclays Center.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Attention everyone, there are over 150 accessible subway stations. Please check nca.info/elevators for real-time elevator status at your station.
The next stop is Nevins Street.
There is a Manhattan-bound local train approaching the station. Please stand away from the platform edge.
Transfer.
Stand away from the platform edge.
Please step aside and let the customers off the train first.
This is a Manhattan-bound 4 train.
The next stop is
Borough Hall.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
The next stop is Nevins Street. This
Please
is
stand away from the platform edge.
Aside and let the customers off the train.
This is an accessible station. The elevator is at the rear of the platform.
Please step aside and let the customers off the train first.
This is a Manhattan-bound 4 train.
The
The
next
next
Manhattan-bound
stop is
Express
Rolling
train
Bridge.
will arrive in 2.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
This is
This is an accessible station. The elevator is at the center of the platform.
Please step aside. Customers off the train first.
This is a Bronx-bound 4 train.
the next stop is
Wall Street.
Stand clear of
This
the
is a
closing doors,
Bronx-bound
please.
5 train.
the next stop is
Fulton Street.
this is
Please step aside and let the customers off the train. Please step aside and let the customers off the train first.
This is a Bronx-bound 4 train.
the next stop is
Fulton Street.
Station. The elevator is at the center of the platform.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
This is a Bronx-bound 5 train.
the next stop is Brooklyn Bridge City Hall.
Attention everyone. There are over 150 accessible subway stations. Please check nta.info/elevators for real-time elevator status at your station.
This is
Fulton Street.
Transfer is available to customers off the train first.
A and Z trains.
connection is available to the fast train.
An accessible station. The elevator.
Please step aside and let the customers off the train first.
This is a Bronx-bound 4 train.
the next stop is
Brooklyn Bridge City Hall.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
this is
Brooklyn Bridge City Hall.
As you exit, please be careful of the gap between the platform and the train. Stand clear of the closing doors, please. 6, J, and
This is an accessible station. The elevator is at the rear of the platform.
Please step aside and let
next stop is
14th Street, Union Square.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
This is 14th Street, Union Square.
Attention everyone. If you have questions or need to report an issue to the police, the NYPD is located at the station.
As you exit, please be careful of the gangway, the platforms, and the train. Transfer available to 6, L, N, Q, R, and W trains.
Transfer is available to the M14 Select Bus Service.
This is a Bronx-bound 4 express train.
The next stop is
Grand Central, 42nd Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
This is
Grand Central, 42nd Street. Attention everyone. If you have questions or need to report an issue to the police,
Times Square.
Connection is available to the Long Island Railroad and Metro North.
This is an accessible station. The elevator is
Please step aside and let the customers off the train first.
This is a Bronx-bound 4 express train.
the next stop is
59th Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
This is 59th Street.
As you exit, please follow the gap between the platform and the train. Transfer is available to 6N, R, and W trains.
It is time for you also to the X. By walking from Lexington Avenue, 63rd Street Station, and using the Army or your Metro card.
Passengers off the train first.
This is a Bronx-bound 4 express train.
The next stop is
86th Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
To the 6th train.
Transfer to the M86 Select Bus Service.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
The next stop is
125th Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please. of the closing doors, please. Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are delayed because of train traffic ahead of us. We apologize for any inconvenience.
This is
138th Street, Grand Concourse.
Transfer to the Yankee Stadium. Left crossing.
LaGuardia Airport. Connection is available. From
the next stop is
138th Street, Grand Concourse.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
This is
138th Grand Concourse.
This is a 161st Street, Yankee Stadium bound 4 train.
the next stop is
149th Street, Grand Concourse.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
and last stop is
161st Street, Yankee Stadium.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
This is
161st Street, Yankee Stadium.
Attention everyone. If you have questions or need to report, stand by as we leave the boardroom at the station.
Transfer is available to and D train.
Trans 6. Light bus.
This is an accessible station. The elevator is at the center of the platform.
Hello, this is the last stop on this train. Please exit onto the platform so that the train can be cleaned.